Alright, so I'm going to make a video on orbital extensions. I know we've had a lot of videos on orbitals, but people like them way too much, so we're going to make more. So orbital extensions are really cool and almost necessary to learn after orbitals if you don't have swivels. If you have swivels, ignore this video because it will not help you. The reason it won't help you is because what extensions do is they extend the time that your orbital spins for, and how they do that is by relieving the stress in the strings. As you do an orbital, the string, they're spinning forward like this, right? And what's happening, I'm going to stop it, is the strings are getting wound up. And as they get wound up, there's more resistance and it slows your glow sticks down. One way that you could, in theory, alleviate this would be to move your hands closer together. So you could be like orbital and move your hands closer, but it doesn't work. The way to get a longer lasting orbital is to switch and do an extension. What an extension does is it takes your orbital from this side and moves it to this side. So now they're spinning in the opposite direction, and which means that they in a sense unravel, and then they'll re-ravel, and you do another extension, and they unravel. But by that time, you're basically done anyways. So the way to do it is partially by luck. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know exactly when to do it. Basically, you do your orbital, and then recently after you switch. And see how it's still going? Well, now, as you can see, it's wound up in the other direction. Previously, it was wound up in the other direction. And as you can see that orbital lasted longer. I'll do a quick comparison for you. Here's a regular orbital. 1, 2, 3. It was about 3 seconds, right? When you do an extension, if I do it well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was about 6, and that was a pretty good extension. If you have swivels, it can last like I've had 11-second orbitals with Adam's glorious swivels. But the key to getting a long orbital without swivels is to do extensions. That can happen. What I just did, where it goes like that, that happens, and I'm trying to get it to happen now. It didn't happen this time. But what that is when you're switching, they're meeting they just happen to meet on the right side where you do almost an air wrap. So instead of staying locked in an orbital, they do like what's called an air wrap, which is like that, and they come apart, and that happens. You just gotta time it right. You gotta know which glow stick you want to change on. What you're actually doing is imagine an X like this. The X that you form with your glow sticks, I can try to show you, is like this, right? And as they're spinning forwards, you want to switch which direction your hands are on. So a way to visualize this is to do it with horizontal orbitals like this. You take a horizontal orbital and you switch. And that's exactly what you're doing, except like that. I'm going to try to put in a little slow-mo clip from like above so you can see when I'm switching, and when I'm not switching, and when I'm switching. And hopefully that'll help you. Otherwise, just keep practicing it. You'll get it to where you can get it basically 90% of the time. Every now and then they'll fly apart. What are you going to do? The thing that you can learn to avoid is hitting the glow stick against the string. Sometimes if you don't switch fast enough, it'll hit the string, and you can avoid that by going quickly. So remember, go quickly, and try to pull out when I think it's your left glow stick is at the top. I would like to verify that for you, because that's a guess. Right now my left glow stick is the nebula, so orbital, hard to tell. Yeah, I believe that's right. So practice it, hopefully you'll get it, and we should have some more awesome videos up for you later today. Adios.